And joining us this morning, we have former Integrated Bar of the Philippines President Attorney Domingo Cayosa. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning, Gretchen. Magandang umaga sa ating mga kababayan.
It seems that this week we've gone from one end of the pendulum to another. Just last Monday, I do remember there were rumors of Henry Alcantara and the rest recanting their testimony. Rumors that they have denied, and now they have been admitted. At least Henry Alcantara and the three others have been admitted into the witness protection program as state witnesses. What is your read? Were negotiations happening during the week, and do you think that the amount that they've returned is enough to officially admit them? And what would be the difference with Bryce Hernandez and JP Mendoza's case?
Well, negotiations and discussions will be continuing. As a matter of fact, even if they're already admitted into the witness protection program, that's not a permanent thing, because once they don't comply with their commitments, and it would be very interesting to know the contents of the memorandum of agreement between the government and these state witnesses. Once they don't comply with that, they can be brought back into the charge sheet. So it's there's dynamics here. And even if they're already in the witness protection program, I suspect there would still be some overtures from the other side for them to, limit their testimonies or recant again. But what we've seen so far is a very positive development. I think that's a rational thing for them to do after they have already spoken freely before the Senate and other fora, and they have surrendered part of the loot. So that's good for the country. It will help the prosecution, and it will put to notice all the other parties that it will be much easier and faster for the government to prosecute and make everybody accountable. As to the two others, I suspect in the negotiations or in the evaluation, they might not have been as willing to tell all, because when you volunteer or when you apply to be a state witness, you must be willing to tell everything, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
But when it comes to the case of Engineer Alcantara, there was a report saying that the amount that he returned was too small compared to the billions that he was gambling in casinos. So what could have made him qualify for this?
Well, I agree with that observation compared to what they've been rumored to have amassed out of this flood control controversy or scandal. The amount so far surrendered is minimal. And I suspect, and it should be the case, that the agreement is not final in that aspect. If there will be other things that will be discovered by government, then I suspect, and should be the case, that the agreement is that these two they will turn over, because it will also be very revolting to the justice system and to our country when grafters or plunderers return a fraction of what they got, and then they're given the witness protection program and they're not charged. That will be a raw deal, and I don't think the DOJ officials would also agree to that.
And I do remember that it was Yusek Bernardo, who is one of the four who admitted as state witness, and Henry Alcantara, who implicated the two senators, si Senator Jinggoy, Senator Joel Villanueva. Does that mean that their testimony stands?
Of course, and it might, by this time, I suppose, their testimony had been corroborated, and they've submitted additional evidence to beef up their testimony, because that's part of the process in qualifying somebody under the witness protection program. Kinakailangan may resibo, and their testimonies can be corroborated in material points, in important points. So I suppose yan ang mangyayari.
So now what should we expect from these four state witnesses?
Well, we would expect and we hope for consistency and for full disclosure. Because it's not correct to say that it is their right. That's just a privilege. If you don't comply with your undertaking, the DOJ can later on drop you from the witness protection program. At nangyayari naman yan. So this is a continuing commitment. And that's why we say so far. Pati itong sinurrender nila, so far so good. But that's not the end of it. If there will be others discovered, then under that agreement, we haven't seen the fine print. I suppose they will be compelled to turn them over also. At the same time, if there are other new things that come up and they know something about this, then they will be compelled under the agreement to also tell the truth about this and substantiate or corroborate whatever they're saying with other kinds of evidence that they may have access to or they may know.
Siguro ang tanong ho ng taong bayan, makikita ba natin yung tell-all affidavit na yan? Where will they file that, their side of the story?
Well, definitely makikita ho natin because the process is the fact that the DOJ has decided that they are qualified, and of course, they will first be charged together with all the accused, the plunderers. Then the court, they will have to convince the court that these co-accused are very material witnesses. Their testimony will be necessary to convict all the others. They're not one of the most guilty, and the court will agree or disagree with the motion or request of the DOJ. And that's why those affidavit, the court, the Sandigan Bayan, it asks, what are the statements, what kind of evidence? Because the court also has to assess whether or not it is right for them to be dismissed as co-accused and to turn state witness.
Will the public have access to these trials where they will testify?
Definitely, because this is a criminal case and it is an ordinary plunder or graft case. Public record yan. So I hope again there are no limits because as a general rule, those are public records. Remember, it's the people of the Philippines versus all of this. So the justices or whoever cannot say, you cannot look at this. It's very important. That aspect of transparency, it is a court of record. It's very important so that everybody knows that the whole country is watching. Because otherwise, kung sekreto lang yan, baka mangyayari yung nangyari nakaraan na kunwari may mga hearing later on after so many years, halos lahat nakalusot at lalong walang na-recover. So that aspect, I hope you in the media, you will do your very important function of looking into that and keeping our people informed.
And given how massive this corruption scandal is, we're just also connecting the dots. But admitting these four into the State Witness Protection Program, does that mean mas solido na ho yung kaso laban sa bigger fish here? Again, the senators involved, Senator Jinggoy, Senator Joel, Senator Pong Revilla, several congressmen also implicated. Does that mean ito po ay tutuloy na ho doon na maaaring sila po yung susunod? What does this mean? Them being admitted into the State Witness Protection Program, what does this mean for the other cases at yung inaantay po na bigger fish ng taong bayan?
From what we've known from published reports and statements from the government, there are documentary evidence, there are other circumstantial evidence, there are other testimonies that would link or make some of these politicians or quite a number of these congressmen and politicians accountable. But the testimony of these four will be very important. It helps a lot because they are from the inside. They know what's happening. They were involved in the conspiracy. They were part of the system. So matindi ang epekto ng mga inside information na ibibigay nila.
Okay. And then as we talked about the amounts kanina, over 316 million pesos has been returned, with the 1.5 billion being expected. But restitution is not a requirement, tama po ba, to become state witness?
Well, that's what one senator kept on insisting. The law does not say there should be restitution, but doesn't mean to say that, natatanga-tanga ang gobyerno, because the law says the government and the applicant for the witness protection program must enter into a memorandum of agreement. So, if you are a right-minded prosecutor or government on the side of government, you would of course require to show good faith, ibalik mo yung ninakaw mo. Because how can government justify na yung, sige, bigyan ka namin ng protection, all the privileges, hindi ka makakasuhan, you can keep the loot, and that's it. No, that will be a riot. So, tama lang naman yung ginagawa ng gobyerno na solid naman kayo. Diba? So, I hope na hindi definite yun, dapat open-ended. Kung meron pang iba na makita natin later on, solid din.
Now that these four have been admitted into the witness protection program, what's the worst penalty that they could have, given yun nga, they're willing to cooperate also?
But if they comply, Gretchen, with their commitments in the witness protection program and their responsibilities, they will not be charged.
At all?
For this particular case, kasi case-to-case basis yan. That's why, in-explain din ng acting DOJ secretary na it is only for these cases na i-charge sila or yung mga naunang na-discover na. So, they will be very helpful in the case build-up. They will be very helpful. And they should tell all in the prosecution, pipirma ng mga affidavits and everything. They will stay witness. They will make themselves available. So, pag ganon, they will not be charged. As a matter of fact, under the rules and under the law, once you are discharged as an accused and put under the witness protection program, yung civil liabilities mo dito sa criminal cases, hindi na rin mahahabol ng gobyerno. And that is one of the reasons why kailangan may memorandum of agreement kayo bago ka maging witness. Para maibalik.
Okay. Oo. But what other cases could they be charged with? If in particular, dito lang po sila mawawala ng criminal liability at civil liability, ano pa po kaya yung maaaring maihabol? Kasi hindi naman ho, hindi ba ho yan parang ninakawan ka po ng kaklase mo, basta tapos binalik yung pera, tapos umamin, then wala na ho. Ganun na ho ba? I mean, wala po talaga? Walang penalties?
Well, wala. As a matter of fact, it's a privilege to be in the witness protection. And that's why it takes quite some time. Kailangang maingat ang DOJ. But again, kung hindi ka tumupad, di ba? For example, nag-leak ka ng information, yung confidential, maraming mga kondisyones yan. Pag nag-violate ka ng isa nun, at pwede kang ibalik as an accused, they can throw the book at you. You violate the contract, you violate the provisions of the witness protection law. That's another offense, and many others, perjury, at kung ano-ano pa. So, mahirap din na talikuran yung mga pangako o commitments sa witness protection program because there will be civil and criminal and administrative liabilities. They will throw the book at you. So, you really complicate your life. Now, anong ibang kaso? So, ito kasi ang pinag-uusapan ngayon sa agreement is itong alam ngayon ng gobyerno. Diba? So, if there are other cases na dulutang later on in the case build-up at may kinalaman sila doon, malamang kasama yan sa agreement na doon, magsabit din kayo na hindi pwedeng sabihin, ayaw ko na yan kasi hindi wala sa kontrata natin yan. Ganon. Now,
so these four could, these four could just
cases
walk
unrelated,
free.
Gretchen, to the cases ngayon. Like for example, ibang aspeto, may na ibang krimen, hindi sakop yun.
So they could just walk free, in short.
for this particular case.
Okay. All right. And that will be in the hands of the Department of Justice.
Yes, Department of Justice and of course the Sandigan Bayan. Kasi ipa-file nila yun. Ang may control ngayon dyan would be Sandigan Bayan. So magsusumbong din ang DOJ sa Sandigan Bayan o Ombudsman and then ibabalik sila as accused kung
We
hindi
do
sila
hope,
tutupad sa kanilang commitment.
We do hope that's incentive enough for the others to also do a tell-all. In the meantime, maraming salamat po for your time and helping us understand the latest developments. We have former IBP President Attorney Domingo Cayosa.
Thank you. Good morning.